Hey guys, Marsingen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to jump into Extreme Super Battle Road Hybrids Saiyans stage to try out the new Gohan's Tears support memory, Goku family category allies attack and defense 10% for 2 turns, and basically just to show off how insane the Hybrid Saiyans team is looking these days, because I still see a lot of TEQ GOHAN slander on the timeline. And I genuinely don't understand it. Like, he's such a good unit, and obviously, like, of course we don't get him on first rotation here, but let's go ahead and do this. With the Gohan and Goten here, we do at least have GT Heroes support for B-Pan, which is nice. We'll try and get the stun on Bardock so we don't have to take a bunch of damage on Trunks at the end there, and then we'll go ahead and do this. So obviously we do have Trunks on the team. We also have the GT, Goten and Trunks, those two units of course not in Goku's family, of course, because the card features Trunks, but they're just so damn good on the Hybrid Saiyans team that we kind of can't not bring them. And as you could see from the starting screen, I have not brought any items, just the support memory. Now unfortunately Global still has the bug that JP had when the support memory stuff came out, which I believe has been fixed on JP now, but not on Global, where if you go into an event like this where there are multiple fights, your support memory will only activate if you have enough film for it to activate multiple times. I believe on JP, as long as you have the film for it to activate once, it'll activate every fight in the event, although I'm not 100% sure, so I would need to... Oh, look at that! Dodging the super, let's go. Now we get another super, although this is the physical guy, right? Yeah, 49k, that's fine. So yeah, we will get the support memory in the first 2 fights, but not for the last one. But here we go. So we got a Rainbow Friend Gohan. We have a couple of links active, but Cold Judgment is one of them, which is obviously a very powerful link. So I really like this rotation. So we're going to go for taking out Farsha here if possible. And then let's go for the stun on Tora at the end. So with the support memory giving the extra attack and defense for the 2 turns, outside of a super attack, this entire team basically just takes like double-digit damage from normal attacks, which is obviously pretty good considering this is the Extreme Super Battle Road stage. Look at this, Gohan coming in clutch with the double super. I mean, we've got a lot of support on this rotation, but second super attack of his first appearance and he's rocking over a 4 million attack stat. So people who try and say that TEQ GOHAN is bad because he doesn't do good damage at the start of the event, I don't understand those people. I mean, obviously we didn't get lucky and have him on the first rotation, but when I'd first unlocked the support memory last night, I actually jumped into this event with this team to try it out. And I had the first rotation of double TEQ GOHAN and then this GT Gohan and Goten. And obviously they don't support Gohan because he's not a GT Heroes unit. They do have a lot of links with him though, which is very good. Although as you can see here, this is where the major issue does actually come into play, is the lack of key links that Gohan has. So I think what we can do here is we'll go ahead and put B-Pan in slot 1. We might as well go ahead and use our active skill actually, because then we get the decent attack buff. Gohan's not being hit first, so he's not getting his full potential attack, but let's go for stunning Tora here, and then Gohan can potentially take out Bardock. And then yeah, we might as well carry on attacking Bardock just in case. So yeah, I will admit that is the one downside that you can run into, is his key links are not the best. But of course, on this rotation, we don't have a single unit that is providing key support. So I always like to run my teams with having floating units that provide support to the team. And I always do prefer attack and defense and some key over just straight attack and defense. So obviously, you're not always going to run into rotations where Gohan is literally getting no key from anyone. But as you can see, all we had to do, move him into slot 2, get the tech orbs that drop down, and we still get off a reasonable damage super attack. And then of course you're often going to get turns like this where we just don't have an attack in slot 1, so we're not going to get his full potential anyway. But we can go ahead and do this because obviously Gohan guards, so it doesn't matter which enemy is attacking him. And we'll go ahead and do this. Tora is stunned anyway, so we should be pretty good to clear everybody up here. Obviously, the support memory has run out at this point, but I think it's really useful for Super Battle Road, that particular one, because the support memories really are separated into two categories. Ones that are good for short events and ones that are good for the long events, right? Because you're not going to bring this support memory into, say, the GT Goku event, right? Because you get 10% attack and defense for 2 turns. So that's going to get you through the base Goku at the start, and then maybe if you one turn him, you get 1 turn into the next one. But then when you get near to the end of the event, where you actually want the buff, like, you're not getting it. So I do think that the... Actually, let's go ahead and keep you two together. I won't bother transforming Gohan here since he should one-shot him. So yeah, any one of these support memories that has, like, for the first 2 turns or even like the first 3 turns, I think they're really designed to be used in things like Super Battle Road or any of the other shorter form events. Obviously, once they fix the bug on Global so that it can activate in multiple fights, that's going to be a lot more useful, because things like the collection of epic battles, for example, there's all those missions to do, like Planet Namek Saga is a mission for both of them, and obviously there's the support memory that costs the 200 film for both Super and Extreme Planet Namek Saga units to give them a buff. And of course, the with the current issue on Global, it means that's only going to activate in the first fight, which, I mean, the first fight, as long as you have the new Goku or the new Frieza on rotation, they basically just one-shot the first fight. So it's a complete waste of that support memory, using it in the collection of epic battles event. So hopefully that gets fixed soon, but obviously here we did come into this with max film, so we are going to get the support memory activate in the start of the second fight here. And we do have Gohan on rotation with Trunks and the high school Gohan, so this is a very strong rotation. I didn't let it play out the first time, so we'll watch the support memory now. I do really wish that these were voiced. I mean, now that we've got, like, voiced active skills in the game, it would be nice if they started adding some more, like, voiced stuff into the game. But obviously we'll just have to make do with what we've got for now. So we'll go ahead and target Vegeta here because he does have the type advantage. We can go for attempting to stun Nappa with High School Gohan. And then Trunks can stun as well, actually. So let's try and stun Vegeta as well, if possible. Gohan's getting hit straight away. So this is a turn with a lot of support for Gohan. Mine is 90%. So yeah, 3.2 million on turn 1. Again, he's on rotation with 2 support units, so it's not surprising. You know, someone in the comments is going to be like, oh, of course, you got 2 support units on rotation. Of course his attack stat isn't low. But I mean, that just comes down to team building. If you're building your teams badly and not bringing support units and then complaining that units have a low attack stat on turn 1, then I feel like that's a you problem. Because I always like to build my teams with support units. And look at these guys coming in clutch with the stuns. Trunks coming in with the additional super attack as well. Double stun. Let's go. And then double digit damage from the normal attacks. So Vegeta is... Now that's the only downside, of course, with Vegeta being stunned, is that it means there's no attacks for Gohan here to build up his attack for the turn. But it's fine. We might as well... Let's see if we can go for the trifecta and actually stun Raditz at the end here. Plus we'll get a nice little bit of a heal off of B-Pan. LR B-Pan, of course, having the great addition with her Easy A of not having to worry about only having a chance to guard. So, of course, she is way, way better now. I feel like she was probably an auto-include on most Super Battle Road teams that you could fit her on anyway. But now I would say definitely so, because you don't have to worry about getting those bad turns where she gets off her super, heals you for a little bit, and then gets super attacked and doesn't guard, and you basically lose all of that health plus more. So, pretty good turn there, though. We did get the stun on Raditz. So, briefly, at the end of that turn, every single one of the enemies was stunned, which is pretty crazy. So, we're going to go ahead and get the Dokkan attack here, as long as we pick up all the same type orbs. Yep, here we go. So, Gohan, because we're getting hit in slot 1, should be good to finish everyone off here. He's getting decent links from GT, Gohan and Goten, but obviously no support from them. So he's just getting the support buff from High School Gohan. The support memory obviously has run out. And went a little bit faster than I was expecting, but we hit most of the notes here. So 3.3 million attack stat, pretty good. We probably won't wipe the field here, although of course we will finish off Vegeta. Hopefully we can crit on Raditz and make sure we do some decent damage. But I mean, we still did quite a bit, and that should be Vegeta cleared out, and then Gohan and Goten. Gohan and Goten, the reason they're on the team, or like I say, we do have B-Pan, who is a GT Heroes unit, but this card is so good that I feel like they are worth running on on Hybrid Saiyans, even without having a load of other GT Heroes allies, because they just are that good. They raise defense on Super, they can multiple Super attack depending on how lucky you get with the RNG, so it can be very often you see turns like that, where with no items active, remember, we're just taking double-digit damage. Because that's the thing, I didn't bring any items into this. We only have the support memory, which was only active for the first 2 turns. So all of these attacks that you're seeing, like basically every unit on the team taking double-digit damage from normal attacks, that's all from their own defense and just how good they are defensively. Like raising defense on Super. Obviously Goten and Trunks here, the AGL one, I feel like they are definitely better than the Goten and Gohan, obviously because they support Goku family and Vegeta family rather than just being a Hybrid Saiyan support. So that works really well for rotations like this, where the STR Trunks is actually getting a buff from the Gohan and the Goten and Trunks, and so is TEQ GOHAN in slot 1. So really, really good unit. I mean, every single Hybrid Saiyan other than the fusions is a Goku family or Vegeta family unit, right? Because every Hybrid Saiyan is from their family. And we have had it activate again. So, was I just wrong? Have I been lied to? Was it fixed and I didn't even notice? Because it costs 100 film and you can only have 200. But here it is going off for the 3rd time. So, I don't know. Maybe I was misinformed. I don't know. But... Alright, I mean, I'll take it. So we get to start off with the support memory active again. So let's go for doing as much damage to Paragus as we can in turn 1 here. And we'll get B-Pan to try and hit the stun on Broly. So, of course, her attacking last is always good. Her as a 3rd slot floating unit is really useful because Gohan, obviously, pre-super attack is where you're going to take the most damage. Turn 1, before you've had a chance to get a super attack off and raise your defense. But, I mean, 90k from type neutral, well, he guards, so 90k in extreme super battle road with no item active is definitely not bad at all. And then, of course, we are going to have B-Pan come in slot 3 and get the heal. She's a Goku family unit, so she's getting that little bit of an extra buff. She's never going to deal a crazy amount of damage, but obviously she heals based on the damage that she does. So her getting that little bit of an attack buff is nice. And then, yeah, Gohan and Goten taking double-digit damage. Love to see it. And then, yeah, 1.17 for B-Pan. So nothing crazy, obviously, but we've got type advantage here as well. We don't get the stun, sadly. And how much will we take from a super? 36k. I mean, we healed basically to full. So that 36k is the only health that we've actually lost now for this turn. So very, very good. I guess we just focus again on getting rid of Paragus first here. And then since High School Gohan does have the potential to stun, we'll go for the stun on Broly. Although, as I mentioned in the earlier fight, like we saw it when we were fighting the Vegeta Nappa Raditz combo, sometimes, like, while stunning is super useful in Super Battle Road, because you don't want to be taking a load of supers all the time, it can be a bit counterproductive on this team, because we do want Gohan to get hit in slot 1 if we want him to deal his maximum potential of damage. So if we end up with only Broly left and he's stunned, then obviously we can't get that hit in slot 1, but... Goten and Trunks going off here with the additional. Can they finish off Paragus with this one? They did. Wow, there you go. And then they get the 3rd super as well. So bear in mind, they're raising their attack and defense every time. So, of course, they're not going to take damage here. And then High School Gohan coming in with... not going to do a lot of damage because he never does. But he gets the stun. So there you go. So yeah, this team, pretty crazy. Obviously, this doesn't technically count as a no items run because we are using a support memory, and the support memory is an item, but does he get any extra links with you? No. Do you get any extra links with him? No. So it really doesn't matter which way round we do this, but might as well put Gohan first, because why not? grab this and grab these. So this is going to be a pretty solid turn here. Obviously, Trunks is the only one giving support. Trunks, one of these recent crazy good side banner units that is not only giving 40% support, but is actually a very solid unit in their own right. Obviously, he does have a unit super with Super Saiyan Youth Gohan, but we're not running one of those on the team. I just wanted to try and like flex the power of this team. I didn't bring any items in. I mean, obviously you could easily replace one of the units on this team for like one of the LR Youth Gohans. The only problem is, especially in Extreme Super Battle Road, is if they take a super very early on, they can potentially take a lot of damage. Whereas this team, even though it's basically just built up of like side banner units and support units, is actually dealing a pretty insane amount of damage just by themselves, whilst also being very, very good defensively. So go ahead and pop Bipan's active skill here, since we are getting a attack in the first slot. So this is going to massively boost up Gohan's damage for this turn, and then we'll go ahead and do this. And as you can see, we are on full health still, so double digit damage on Gohan is to be expected. 4.7 million attack. And this is the turn with, is it GT, Gohan and Goten? Oh no, we have got the support from, it is the Goten and Trunks. But 5 million on the additional super. So, yeah, pretty good. This is turn 4. So people that say that Gohan doesn't get a good attack stat unless you're on like turn 15 in one of the long form events. I mean, there you go. 5 million on an additional super on turn 4. So I would say TEQ GOHAN is pretty good, wouldn't you? But Goten and Trunks not quite able to get the finish. So Bipan is going to come in here and finish off the legendary Super Saiyan Broly. But there you go. So that is the Hybrid Saiyans team as it looks now in September 2021. Absolutely disgustingly good. That support memory, super useful considering some of the biggest units on the team are Goku family. And there you go, we set a new time record as well. So this was actually the run that I did last night after I unlocked the support memory, because I'd been slacking on getting it done. And yeah, there you go, very strong run. So TEQ GOHAN haters, what is your excuse now? Let me know down below. But yeah, there you go. So what do you think about TEQ GOHAN? I mean, it's pretty clear that this team is pretty damn crazy. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.